this one was a little crazy. So I'm chilling on my Platinum Smurf, and I'll start this off by saying me being on my Smurf account, not my main account, isn't any excuse to not try or not care about someone else's game. But nevertheless, I wasn't sweating my ass off, right? I was taking the game slow and steady, and it kind of just felt like there was a team gap. And yes, maybe I could have like gone crazy sicko god mode, but I mean this was a long day. I was tired. I had just finished my 8 to 5 job. I was relaxing on a Smurf account and I was, letting it happen how it happened. But my lord, did my teammate not appreciate that. In their mind, I was the worst player ever to grace their games, and it went a little bit south, to say the least. As luck would have it, they ended up on the enemy team the very next game. So I dropped a fat, perfect KDA bomb on them just to send it home. And, yeah. I'm just gonna let the bad game, quote unquote, play through, just for clarity. And every now and then you'll see the editing changes. That's just because when I downloaded the VOD from the stream, the bitrate was horrendous. So I went and re-recorded from the inspector tool just in the moments where it's like really bad. So most of the movement gameplay you'll see will be from the inspector and the replay tool, just so it increases clarity. But we're gonna go through the bad game. I'm gonna be fair and critical on myself, just to give context and to let you know what was going on. But again, like, I was tired. This was a long day, right? There you can see the fuses happening a bit there. I'm having the chats like persist so you can see this person slowly losing their mind. But yeah, it was an okay rollout. A bit aggressive, but this is what Spider-Man's good for, right? Creating distraction in the background. Making sure I'm behind everyone. I see rockets, armor. This obviously stops them from respawning, so it's helpful. And it's always fine to use a web like that on the rockets, especially if it recharges before you need it. Small pick there, and just a regular death, right? 1 for 1, nothing crazy. Yeah, it didn't even look like the Strange was actively trying to kill me until I was 1 HP. Here I'm trying the Yome combo, and I sadly missed it. I hit the wrong person for my hook and don't get out in time. But the game's just started, nothing crazy, like just 2 deaths, but this guy's already starting to like spam ping, and he's already just starting to lose his mind. But at everyone, right? At this point, he's just frustrated that we don't have a point. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be fighting Strange there, so I get off nicely. Now we got some momentum, right? We've picked a couple. And this guy wants to fall back. He's not having it. He doesn't want the number advantage. Unfortunate that I died there, but I still shouldn't be standing in the tank space again. And because they were winning all the earlier fights, they just have ults. So not the best fight. But now our whole team, like we all have ultimates, so we're getting ourselves slowly into a better spot. While my team's resetting, it's just downtime, so I'm getting behind. Just troll the Punisher a little bit. Sometimes getting eaten by Jeff like that on Spider-Man, especially if it's an ally Jeff, right, is nice because it pulls you out the fight and it can heal you back to full HP. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, that was a spider diff, right? This guy just got me. Like, well played on him. This guy's spamming for heals. He's pinging people to fall back. He's just going crazy. I think I left the voice chat this game. I may be wrong, but that's something that I probably was saving myself from. I get a really bad ult here, right? It's like I'm in between people, but they all moved away, and I just kind of get myself stomped. But I'm sitting with most of the team on me, and at this point, it's kind of clear to me, like, we're just struggling. Like, this just ain't a good game.
Now I've got something to prove.
So now, I mean, round's over. There's nothing really left for me to do. I've been trying to be a nuisance to the enemy. Not crazy like 1v6 stuff, but at least just pull him off my team. And now nothing really matters. Like, I'm trying to grab as much ult charge as I can so that I have some for the next round.
Gonna get sticky. Feeling good.
Alright, so that's first round. Clearly not a good time for our team. But, you know, these kind of games happen. So I'm just taking it as it is. And we get now our Venom saying, I'm switching. So the implication already starts, like, oh wait, it's a bad Spider-Man. And then he asks me, Spidey, can you change? Alright, so I'm thinking like, yeah, our team is, we don't have a massive frontline tank. I'm not having a good time. Let me just switch it up. Take Iron Man, I think whatever, you know, let's just see what we do. But it's like, it's already a poor game, like, and I'm a bit frustrated now, having drawn the entire team's ults and pressure towards the end, and then my backline gets soloed by Strange, but now it's still the Spidey that was changed. So I'm a little bit ticked, but I'm just like, whatever, I'm gonna eat the loss, right? And then this guy tunes. If you only had $1 for every Spidey, that's she refusing to switch. And I don't know, I just kind of lost it. Like, I'm tired now. I already switched. So I'm like starting to bite back. All this is going down, but now these are both my tanks that are top. And they're just like, they are in it. And I'm like, game's basically over. My support tried to save me and told me to stop typing because I'm standing in fire. But I gave up at this point. I'm just like, I'm ready to lose the game. Now keep in mind, like, I was never trolling first round, and it's not my intention to troll. But at the same time, like, when team gaps happen, team gaps happen. It's not like, I don't think it's anyone's fault. You can try and switch it up, but the second, like, there's massive aggression and rage, it's usually beyond the point of recovery. Like, usually the teams are just, their mentals are done. Yeah, so we get an FF. No one wants to play this game, and it's your boy, Dead, that's trying to FF. So after I saw that, like, I'm just like, cool, well, let's just mess around. Let's just practice some mechanics, do whatever. It's over, right? Getting some nice momentum on a rollout.
Spider Fist is ready to punch.
I see everyone huddled. I think to myself, this is a bad idea to ult, but let's just go for it. It's done, it's over. My support tries to come in pretty clutch. But it's just absolute catastrophe from this point on. And game's just about done now. Right, and it happens. We've all lost games. We've all had bad teammates. So, like, in my mind, I'm not doing these people a disservice, but they saw it way differently. The problem with players in this elo is they often just press tab, they look at KDAs, and whoever has the ugliest or least positive KDA, that person's the problem. That's the beginning and end of how these people played the game. So in the very next game, as luck would have it, as I said before, we end up going against this toxic tank, and it's instant that they just call me out. Now, since I know these players only stare at KDA, I would argue that my performance in the next game is worse. Like, I'm doing less to help progress the game to a win, but I'm doing so to preserve my KDA, because that's all that these players look at. So there he is on the enemy team. Doesn't take long for him to start yapping again. So I drop him with, okay. We're not going to play this game to win. We're not going to play. I'm just going to focus on KDA. Because at the end of the day, even if I get a great KDA and we lose, that's just fuel for my argument. Then I could fight back and go, well, as you can see, KDA meant nothing. So I was in both minds to just play only for KDA and not worry. And I also had two other Spider-Man players on my team. They both try to lock in Spider-Man. But yeah, I know it was what it was. You'll see now they go ahead and type in all chats, and my team quickly pick up on the cues. Here I am just having some banter because I picked Spider-Man first. And would you look at that? There's the flame, and my team eats into it. So now I'm like, I'm really doubling down on going for a perfect KDA. And I'll just let this next game speak for itself. It's not a great game, not great plays, but this is what happens when all I do is focus on having a pretty KDA.
Wow, when you put it like that, it really kills the nostalgia.